Routine 1. Start with hydration, the morning water ritual. Alright, let's kick things off with something so simple you might be tempted to skip it. Drinking water first thing in the morning. I know, it sounds basic, but hear me out. This is a game changer for your health, especially after 60. Our bodies are about 60% water, and as we age, we're more prone to dehydration, which can mess with everything from your energy levels to your digestion and even your brain function. I used to be the guy who'd roll out of bed and head straight for the coffee pot. But a few years ago, a friend of mine, a nutritionist, told me, "You're starting your day dehydrated, and that's like trying to drive a car with no gas." She was right. Overnight, your body loses water through breathing and sweating, and if you don't replenish it, you're already behind. Studies show that even mild dehydration can cause fatigue, headaches, and poor concentration, things we definitely don't need as we're trying to stay sharp and active. So, here's what I do now, and I want you to try it. Keep a glass or bottle of water by your bedside. When you wake up, before you do anything else, drink 12 to 16 ounces of water. That's about a standard glass or two. You can make it fancy by adding a slice of lemon or a pinch of Himalayan salt for electrolytes, but plain water works just fine. This simple act wakes up your metabolism, flushes out toxins, and gets your digestive system moving. Let me share a quick story. My neighbor, Linda, who's 68, used to complain about feeling sluggish every morning. She'd get these mid-morning headaches and thought it was just part of getting older. I suggested she try the morning water routine. At first, she laughed and said, "Water? That's it?" But she gave it a shot. 2 weeks later, she told me she felt like a new person, more energy, fewer headaches, and even her skin looked brighter. Now, she's the one reminding me to drink my water. Why does this work? Well, research from places like the Mayo Clinic shows that proper hydration supports heart health, kidney function, and even joint lubrication, crucial stuff when you're over 60. Plus, drinking water first thing can help with weight management by reducing morning hunger pangs. It's like giving your body a gentle wake-up call. How do you make this a habit? Start small. If 16 ounces feels like too much, begin with 8 and work your way up. Keep a cute glass or a reusable bottle by your bed to make it inviting. And if you're worried about bathroom trips, don't stress, your body adjusts over time. Try it for a week, and I bet you'll notice a difference. This one's so easy, there's no excuse not to do it. Routine 2. Gentle movement. Wake up your body. Next up, let's talk about moving your body in the morning. Now, before you roll your eyes and think I'm about to suggest a 5K run, relax. This is about gentle movement. Think stretching, yoga, or a short walk. The goal is to get your blood flowing, loosen up those joints, and set a positive tone for the day. As we age, our muscles and joints can get stiff, especially in the morning. I remember waking up feeling like the Tin Man from The Wizard of Oz, creaking and groaning. But here's what I learned. Even 10 minutes of light movement can make you feel 10 years younger. Studies, like ones from the American Heart Association, show that regular movement improves circulation, reduces inflammation, and lowers the risk of chronic conditions like heart disease and diabetes. Here's what I recommend. Start with a 5 to 10 minute routine of gentle stretches or yoga. You don't need a gym or fancy equipment, just a bit of floor space. Try something like a seated cat-cow stretch to wake up your spine, or a standing side stretch to open up your ribs. If you're feeling a bit more energetic, take a 10-minute walk around your neighborhood. The fresh air and sunlight are bonuses for your mood and vitamin D levels. I'll never forget my buddy Tom, who's 72 and swears by his morning walk. He started doing it after his doctor warned him about high blood pressure. At first, he could barely make it around the block without huffing and puffing. But he stuck with it, and now he's walking a mile every morning, and his blood pressure's better than it's been in years. Plus, he says it's his favorite time to listen to audiobooks or just enjoy the birds chirping. Why is morning movement so powerful? It's not just about physical health. Moving in the morning boosts endorphins, those feel-good chemicals that help with mood and stress. It also improves flexibility and balance, which are critical for preventing falls, a big concern as we get older. And here's a cool fact. A study from Harvard found that regular physical activity can add up to 7 years to your life expectancy. To make this work for you, pick something you enjoy. If stretching feels boring, Put on some music and dance a little. If walking's your thing, invite a friend or your dog to make it social. Start with just 5 minutes and build from there. And if you've got arthritis or mobility issues, check with your doctor for safe options. Chair yoga is a fantastic alternative. The key is consistency, not intensity. Routine 3. Mindful breathing. Center your mind. Alright, routine number 3 is all about your mind and spirit. Mindful breathing. I know this might sound a little woo, but stick with me. Taking a few minutes to breathe deeply in the morning can reduce stress, improve focus, and even lower your blood pressure. And let's be real, life after 60 can come with its share of worries, whether it's health, family, or just the state of the world. I started doing mindful breathing a few years ago after a particularly stressful time. I was juggling too much, and my doctor told me my stress levels were affecting my heart health. A friend suggested I try a simple breathing exercise, and I thought, what do I have to lose? It was a revelation. Just 5 minutes of focused breathing made me feel calmer and more in control. Here's how it works. Find a quiet spot, your bedroom, living room, or even your backyard. Sit comfortably, close your eyes if you want, and take slow, deep breaths. Inhale through your nose for 4 seconds, hold for 4, and exhale through your mouth for 6. Do this for 3 to 5 minutes. That's it. You can also try a guided meditation app if you want some structure, but it's not necessary. Why is this so effective? Science backs it up. Research from places like Johns Hopkins shows that deep breathing activates your parasympathetic nervous system, which helps your body relax and recover. It lowers cortisol, the stress hormone that can wreak havoc on your immune system and sleep. Plus, it's a great way to practice mindfulness, which studies link to better mental health and even a lower risk of dementia. I love the story of my friend Susan, who's 65. She was skeptical about all this breathing stuff, but gave it a try after her anxiety started keeping her up at night. She now does a 5-minute breathing session every morning while sipping her tea. She says it's like hitting a reset button for her brain. She feels clearer and less overwhelmed all day. To make this a habit, tie it to something you already do. For example, do your breathing right after your morning water or while your coffee's brewing. If 5 minutes feels long, start with 1 or 2. And don't worry about doing it perfectly, just focus on your breath and let your thoughts float by. It's like a mini vacation for your mind, and who doesn't need that? Routine 4. Nutritious breakfast, fuel your day. Let's move on to routine number 4, eating a nutritious breakfast. I'm not talking about a bowl of sugary cereal or a donut on the go. A balanced breakfast sets you up for steady energy, better focus, and long-term health. After 60, our metabolism slows, and our bodies need the right fuel to keep us going. I used to skip breakfast, thinking I'd save calories or just didn't have time. Big mistake. By mid-morning, I'd be starving, cranky, and reaching for unhealthy snacks. Then I learned from a dietitian that eating a balanced breakfast can stabilize blood sugar, reduce cravings, and even support heart health. Studies, like ones from the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition, show that people who eat breakfast regularly have a lower risk of obesity, diabetes, and cardiovascular issues. What makes a good breakfast? Aim for a mix of protein, healthy fats, and complex carbs. Think oatmeal with berries and a sprinkle of nuts, or Greek yogurt with fruit and a drizzle of honey. If you're an eggs person, try a veggie omelet with whole grain toast. My go-to is a smoothie with spinach, banana, protein powder, and almond milk. It's quick and packs a nutrient punch. Let me tell you about my cousin Mike, who's 70. He used to live on coffee and toast in the morning, then wonder why he felt tired by noon. I convinced him to try a protein-packed breakfast, like eggs with avocado. He was shocked at how much more energy he had, and his doctor noticed his cholesterol levels improving. Now he's a breakfast evangelist, sharing recipes with everyone. Why does this matter? A nutritious breakfast supports muscle maintenance, which is crucial as we age and lose muscle mass. It also helps with brain function, important for staying sharp. And here's a fun fact. A study from Harvard found that eating breakfast regularly can reduce the risk of heart disease by up to 20%. To make this work, plan ahead. Prep something the night before, like overnight oats or a smoothie pack. Keep it simple. Nobody's expecting a gourmet meal. And if you're not hungry in the morning, start with something light, like a piece of fruit and a handful of nuts. The key is to make it a habit, not a chore. Routine 5. Gratitude practice. Start with positivity. Finally, let's wrap up with routine number 5, a gratitude practice. This one's all about starting your day with a positive mindset, which can do wonders for your mental and physical health. After 60, it's easy to get caught up in aches, pains, or worries about the future. But focusing on what you're thankful for can shift your perspective and make every day feel brighter. I started doing this after reading about a study from UC Berkeley that showed gratitude practices can lower stress, improve sleep, and even boost heart health. At first, I felt a bit silly writing down things I was grateful for, but it's become one of my favorite parts of the day. It's like a little gift to myself before the world gets busy. Here's how to do it. Every morning, take 2 to 5 minutes to write down or think about 3 things you're grateful for. They can be big, like your family or health, or small, like a sunny day or a good cup of coffee. You can keep a journal, use a note on your phone, or just reflect quietly. If writing's not your thing, try saying them out loud or sharing them with a partner. My friend Diane, who's 67, started this after a tough year of health challenges. She told me that focusing on gratitude helped her find joy again, even on hard days. She now keeps a little notebook by her bed and says it's like collecting moments of happiness. Her favorite entry? The day her grandkid hugged her and said, "You're the best grandma ever." Why does gratitude work? Science says it rewires your brain to focus on the positive, reducing symptoms of depression and anxiety. It also lowers blood pressure and improves immune function, according to studies from the Greater Good Science Center. Plus, it just feels good to start your day with a smile. To make this a habit, keep it short and sweet. Tie it to another routine, like your morning water or breakfast. And don't stress about finding profound things. Sometimes the simplest moments are the most powerful. Try it for a month, and I promise you'll feel a difference. Thanks for watching. If you found this video helpful, please like, share, and comment below. We'd love to hear from you. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell so you won't miss the next one. Stay well, stay inspired, and see you next time.